Ladies and gentlemen, boys and the girls, welcome to another exciting episode of Collecting Weekly Live Unboxing. My name is Zach, joined as always by Lane, the legend Kramer. Lane, how are we doing today?
Reasonably good day. Looking forward to seeing how this fucking got Bob Dylan.
He says, I call dibs whenever Lane sells it. Joke's
Well,
on you, Bob. I am the one that's unboxing tonight. I am the one unboxing tonight. We got Toy Mafia in the chat. If you're in the chat, let us know. So I have this Artisan Anakin. It's actually not mine, though I did purchase it. It is one of our Patreonies, and they wanted me to open it live on air for a number of reasons. One, I think, it's obviously content. And then two, if there is any issues with the portrait, so that I can deal with those issues before.
With the glue with the hair issues or some supposedly had.
Yep. Now I haven't seen a lot of those issues.
Mm-hmm.
I think at least
from people from people who've been getting them from Sideshow, recently, just in last week, and seeing anybody post it up about any issues. So that's good.
All right, so we have the box here.
I love the box.
Looking very interesting. I didn't realize this was a Sideshow exclusive, but there's that. Back side of the box. No one really cares about it. I also apologize in advance. Now, I did offer the person that, obviously I did not need to open it, but I did tell them in advance, I will do my best to package this as best as possible, but...
no guarantees, exactly.
Yeah, no guarantees, bro.
I mean, you are going to have to take off some plastic here and there. Yeah.
Yeah. So...
But you're only doing as requested, so that's what matters at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Dude, that looks so cool.
Box.
That looks very cool.
It does look really cool. I feel like this is too high, though. Is this? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be down actually there.
Yeah, there we go. So that's cool. This
I will say
DX34 AE.
Where I think mine was the Sith Apprentice was DX47, I think, or 46, something like that.
I also don't have a best setup for this right now, but I'm gonna do my best.
Cisco Colester asked, "Can he have it?"
That's my line, Mike. Let's see. How do we get this off?
You haven't had many DXs lately, have you? At all?
Personally, or Hot Toys?
You just, I mean, for you personally getting DXs.
I've had a few. I had the 19 was for Christmas. There's the artwork. You got a nice holographic print there, and then in foil Star Wars on the back. This is a really nice box. There's the side.
Disney on
the
thing
back.
There.
Look at that.
I think I might actually like that box better than the Sith Apprentice, since that's the one that's
really
going to be compared to most.
Really nice.
Yeah, I just got hope if someone actually cancels there and I get a waitlist conversion.
Are you trying to get both?
Well, if I can get it for retail, I probably would pick it up.
Really?
I don't really have like a drive that I'm going to try and get it because I already have the Dark Side one already. But this is the episode 3 one though. It's like no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
There's the inner sleeve.
I like that. What's some of the paragraph there on the front?
Hang on.
Ooh.
I don't want it to be damaged. Discovered as a slave on Tatooine by Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker had the potential to become one of the most powerful Jedi ever. Some even believed he was the prophesized chosen one who would bring balance to the Force. A hero of the Clone Wars, Anakin was caring and compassionate, but he suffered from a deep fear of loss that would prove to be his downfall.
Nice. That's cool. I actually kind of like that. Sets if you're not familiar with the character, something that like gives you a little bit of setup, especially leading into Revenge of the Sith.
Here is
Mark P is like,
box.
hello, something other than a labubu? Labu?
Yeah,
Whatever
I'm
that thing
funding.
was you
I'm
put
trying
on
to
it.
raise money for the secret, so it's my birthday tomorrow. If anyone wants to pitch in, let me know.
So let me ask you a question looking here, since this is your first one actually seeing like this. Do you like how they have, well, no, actually, no, this is your second because you got the NR, you've had the NR Gandalf and the, I think you got, didn't you get Aragorn? Or did you just get Gandalf?
No, I did not get Aragorn.
Okay. With the cylinders that they use, like the cylinder there, this is the first Hot Toys one you've seen for how they contain the head sculpt.
I don't like it, to be honest. But that's not a Hot Toys problem.
I
just don't like that. Yeah, because NR does the same thing. Also, just full disclosure, I don't really know how much I'm going to be unboxing this. Like, I don't think I'm gonna get the cloak out.
It's not supposed to be very good anyway, so I mean, there's a reason there's a set for a third party already.
Yeah. All right, so here is the figure. I'm gonna get a Q-tip because I feel like I see something, but I don't know if it's. What's up, Greg?
Anyway, guys, just while he's doing that real quick, thank you for everybody for joining us tonight. I know we all mentioned earlier, Mr. Bob Dylan, Toy Mafia, Six Scale Collector, Mark B, and Lord Gregory Harrington.
Let me turn up the lights a bit. That's probably too bright. Never mind. So, right off the gate, perhaps the first thing I see.
Uh-oh. What?
Let me zoom in.
Mm-hmm. Time to get money's worth out of that camera.
Yeah, let me. So right here where my finger is, you see that little line?
Yeah, the little indentation or something that's on there.
There you go. You
can see it right there. See it right there.
Ooh, I don't love that. Good. It almost looks like someone's nail dug into it. I thought it might have just been a little
because I can
piece
say
of
like
cloth,
right here,
and so I just got a.
Like I can show here for like on Sith Apprentice, there's no any kind of anything like that on it whatsoever.
The outfit's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, this is pleather, and you can definitely tell it's pleather.
Yep. Totally right on that.
Yeah. Let's see. Body feels pretty good. You know, I probably won't be taking this neck sleeve off. Let's see. Just testing the articulation. Pretty good. The boots feel a little nicer than I remember. It's been a while since I've had an Anakin. The boots do feel a lot nicer. The robes feel pretty good. It's still got that wire in this part here. Like a real thin wire. And the gauntlet, I think it looks pretty good. I have no complaints about that. Let's see. Let's put him back for now. I may need your advice on how to. See, I'm trying to do this delicately.
When trying to attach the head sculpt, good luck with that.
Yeah, I may need some advice.
You remember I had a very hard time with it in general with these, so I don't know if I'll be super helpful with that. I would just say be really careful. Because you also want to be careful not messing with the hair too much because you don't want to be told, hey, can you restylize this before you mail it back to me?
Yeah. Full disclosure, like I said, I don't really think this is going to be an unboxing. That might have been a bit of false advertisement.
More like showing off the figure in general.
Yeah, more just want to check the hair. Let's see. So we got the sabers there.
But the correct colors.
We got the Corvus belt clip. Sorry, it's not on screen. I'm trying not to lose everything. But yeah, we got the red and the blue sabers. Looking pretty good there.
Now, seeing all the stuff that comes with this, how do you feel about this being an actual and I know we've gone up the definition, but even as a basic thing.
It's pretty bare bones.
For being a DX. Mm-hmm.
I think so.
If you think there could be one, especially with the extra price now, with Artisan, if you could say, let's just say if you could have one extra thing with this that would help maybe give it a little bit more of a DX feel to it, just has been a long time collector, what would you like to maybe said, hey, maybe had this with it, accessory wise, that could have helped
I
maybe,
think the thing that would have helped the most is the Sith eyes. I understand,
Mhm.
like, when this came out, we didn't know that we were getting a dark side Anakin.
which hasn't been
Um,
released here and we can't get it unless you go overseas.
yeah,
So,
but I think that would have felt a little more DX, 'cause I don't think you'd get a whole second portrait
yeah,
with
not with
this.
the, unless it was just a sculpted,
Yeah.
like it was
A
using
DX
that
that would be
version.
cool would be like the charred Anakin, like
Mhm.
missing all his arms and legs. It would be pretty cool, minus the robot arm.
I
This is
do like
really
that
nice.
base.
It's like a
Yeah, I like the
textured
base.
base. I really like this.
I think actually that one looks better than the one that comes with the
And then you
Sith
got
Apprentice.
the Anakin Skywalker in the front.
Hmm.
Yeah, again, this is gonna be a really short unboxing, guys, because like I said, this isn't my figure, and the last thing I want to do is, drop something or, break a piece of something. There's a look at the saber, the USB, or not the USB, but at the little adapter that plugs into the USB. We have Dooku's saber as well, which
That's
I
a nice
actually.
bonus with this one.
Does the dark side doesn't come with that, right?
No, it just comes with his. Basically, it comes with his saber. I got it right here because I know we were talking about looking at a comparison of head sculpt, but it's got the Anakin one with the red and the blue
Mm-hmm.
colored sabers. But the basis for light up is red, so you can't actually even light up
Yeah.
the blue.
And I think it's really nice that they give you the wave effects and the normal blade for both. The hands look pretty standard. I don't think that there's anything
Yeah,
DX
it
about
would.
them.
I mean, the Darth Vader Sith Apprentice and this are almost exactly the same thing, except with like the little.
I always
Um,
like this piece. I
yeah,
always thought that piece was really cool.
except
But
with
again,
that little piece you can attach to the base because the base is slightly different with like how it was done up for both of these, but they're the
mhm.
same circular base. But there's that little like imperial thing you can put onto it, the front of it, kind of.
Mhm.
That's a cheap piece of plastic, but the actual and then I mean the saber is the Anakin saber. There's
How does this come
the
off, Lane?
hmm? I think you
Just
had to. I
plastic.
had to.
Oh, there you
I
go.
pulled out. Yeah, you kind of twist it and pull it up.
Okay. First impression, it looks pretty good, honestly.
How does it around the where the hair kind of meets the forehead area? I know that's where there have been
Yeah,
some.
it's pretty good. I don't really want to pry too much because there is a lot of
Yeah,
product in it.
yeah, that was the
But
same with my.
honestly, that's not bad. Let's zoom in here.
Ooh, wow.
Actually, hang on. I'm going to turn on the lights in this room. Give me 1 second. I feel like we're not really seeing it.
Hey, King Dingling. Hey, thanks for showing up tonight. Thanks for coming in here as we're doing kind of a first look opening of a
Okay.
Artisan Anakin DX34.
All
Marlon,
right.
that's entirely possible. We might get a more traditional one. Wow. Okay, I like how
It
that
looks pretty
looks.
good.
So here I would remove the thing out of the way here a little bit, but
A few little straggling pieces of hair, but otherwise not too bad.
you've got
Honestly, I'm pretty impressed by this, and I talked a lot of shit about this figure.
yeah. I actually would
Um,
say, you know what? Because I got the Sith Apprentice here up, trying to kind of give us a little bit of
I really
comparison.
don't want to take it off this base. I may not do that.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is not my figure, so this might kind of be the
Uh,
as far as we get.
well,
No, Bob, I
no.
have the Viper, Gandalf the White. I have NR Gandalf the Gray. I have like 3 Gandalf the Grays from Asmus, and then I have the Gandalf the White from Asmus. It's like my 7th rooted figure, probably. Rooted in air quotes. Damn, that looks really good. Honestly.
I think I may actually like that one better than the dark side here. like with the
Yeah.
facial
I
stuff.
will say I also really like. So this is my first Hot Toys rooted figure. I really like this display placard. I don't think anyone would ever display it on this, but I kind of like that it says Anakin on the base, and then you got the mirrored effect. I think that's really classy. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna. I really don't feel comfortable since it's not my figure. I don't want to ruin the hair, but I mean, as
There's
far as
almost
I
no
can
way
tell,
you would not have you would run into an issue trying to, because that one has the same more modern.
you're saying it is going to be difficult, or it's
Yeah,
no chance
it's
it'll
going
be
to be
difficult.
difficult.
Okay, I was
I
like, yeah,
think.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just no, I was talking because it's got the more modern connection piece. I think it
Yeah,
would be a
if
pain
it
in
was
the
just a
butt.
ball joint, that'd be no problem. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is nice. I mean, looking at it, I think there's a little bit of like right on the ear. I don't know if you can see this, Lane. It almost looks like some of the hair product dried on the ear. It's like a little shiny, right?
Yeah.
Like at the bottom of the ear. Hang on, I'm not showing that very well. I feel like I'm not gonna be able to get that. It just looks a little wet.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I like it a lot.
I can agree with you, Bob Dylan. You know, he was commenting it's nice, but not 1K nice. Now I
No,
did
I don't
spend
think
almost
so.
1,000 on
Because what is the
mine.
retail on this? It's like what, $500?
Before shipping and tax, it was 415 or 410,
456.
something like that.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, I certainly would not be paying, $500 on top of that.
Yeah.
Personally, I mean that's just me. But yeah,
I didn't say I
like
did
I
a
said,
smart thing with it.
this is just like a quick little showcase just for the Patreon who owns this to check it out. Yeah, overall, I think it's not a bad set. I mean, I think it certainly could use some accessories. And
I could see where
I've heard that this cloak is pretty bad. I'm not gonna open
Yeah,
it.
it's not good.
Again, it's not my figure. Yeah, if you guys want to watch a full unboxing of something like this, Lane did it with the Dark Side Anakin, and that was pretty cool.
I mean, it's
But,
literally almost the same figure.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I really like the presentation. I feel like that's a place where InArt could be improving, to be honest. I don't think that they're... at least the ones that I've watched the unboxings for and then personally unboxed myself, I think that they certainly could learn a bit from Hot Toys. In fact, let me grab a picture of this tabard. I really don't like it. But again, it's not my figure, so if the owner doesn't care, then that's up to them.
I'm interested to see going forward, like, because the Scarlet Witch, that one had a little bit. It looked like, I know, like, when I actually knew one of the people, the guy who posted up the Scarlet Witch he got the Artisan one that had the issues with the pants.
Oh yeah,
Anakin.
we're gonna talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually, because that guy, he recently had bought something of mine, so I interacted with him recently before he got that. So that was a little bit unfortunate with that figure. I guess, just where Hot Toys might be rubber meeting the road a little bit is for these this kind of what I would call next step, quote, more expensive or supposed to be more what do we call luxurious figures that they put out, like a top, the top sphere of what they're putting out. It does seem like some of their usual proclivities where they like to use cheaper material and stuff, they may need to stop doing that.
I agree.
That they're fighting a little bit of their usual go-to for material and production and stuff. And I understand too, because they're putting out so many effing figures per year. InArt does not put out as many as they do. Maybe they need to slow it down a little bit. Would be my other. Of course, that's like telling Prime One Studios to stop putting out like 40 statues a year for pre-order. It's not going to happen. But that could be playing into it a little bit for them. But I think if they're going to do these more premium figures, and I'd be interested what like Bob Dylan, King Tingling, you guys in chat think about this, is that for these, maybe for going forward with these particular artisan or higher end figures, maybe they do need to put out less of them. Like, do we really need the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine in our figure or figure like that or something, where they may have to, for those figures, go against their usual thing, put in more money into the materials and stuff. Like if they're going to have, like for Anakin, if there's going to be lapels, it has to be leather, not pleather. That kind of thing with it. Maybe that's just something that they have to get around. And then there are always, obviously, for mass-produced things, going to be some QC issues. But maybe they need to, especially with these figures, they have to make sure they take the extra time with the QC. And that could be true of NR too, because NR's had its own QC problems. And they're not having to put out as many figures, But they're also tied with Queen, so Queen's worrying about statue production too. So they're in a little bit even different boat than what. But I just feel like something that's for these artisan figures. But we're only in the first couple, and Hot Toys is still learning kind of with these rooted figures and stuff like that. Maybe adjustments they have to make with their production over time, So, and let's be fair, Anakin was itself kind of a 2.0 of a figure they put out 6 years ago.
I mean, it's nice. Like I said, it's not my figure, so I don't really want to get like a full deep unboxing.
But that's why I wanted to say with this, is like you were running into that. I know we had things.
But you're still interested in picking this one up, right? If you can get it for retail.
Yeah, I still might get it. It depends. I got 25 figures on pre-order right now, and I just found out Marok shipped to me from Ahsoka, the Undead Inquisitor, which most people seem to no one's really buying it like in Hong Kong or anything, but from everybody I know who's gotten it has said he's actually an amazing looking figure. Like he came out fantastic.
It's a cool figure, but if I get a figure for everyone that looks cool in a movie,
with the number of 1/6 scale figures coming out,
it's
days,
too much.
You would drown.
Yeah, exactly.
But I got him because he's going with a specific setup, because he's going to be going with Obi-Wan Kenobi from Kenobi and my other Inquisitors, because I wanted to have like at least 3 Inquisitors. But, hey, that was thank you very much. And I'm sure from chat for just doing a quick showing that off.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah, I know this was not the full unboxing. I think I got chickened out a bit once I tried to pull that head and it didn't budge, and I was like,
the thing is, though, it's a nice little comparison. Hey, guys, if you want to go check out from probably, I guess, about a month ago, maybe 5 weeks ago, unboxed the Darth Vader Sith Apprentice here on live unboxing. Feel free to maybe go check that. You can see, because like we said, the figure for a lot of what they come with is very similar. There's not a whole lot of difference with it. You can come check out, see that thing, and then come back, watch this. This is a nice kind of just comparison.
How dare you? I got scared, Charlie. The thing is, if I ruin it, I have to then purchase him like $1,000 replacement. I'm too scared, Charlie. Got too scared, Charlie. Got a little boo-boos to buy, Charlie.
Well, do you have anything for yourself coming, whether 1/12 scale or 6 scale here, maybe? Or you've seen something?
I just got a bunch of 1/12 scale stuff, like the Tobey Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3 Black Suit, the Spider-Man 2 PS5 Marvel Legends, and then I actually just got that Venom, the one you unboxed last week, but the Marvel Legends version of it.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that, but you had an unboxing.
I was gonna do a double unboxing, but I just wasn't feeling it last week.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's my birthday tomorrow, so we'll see what I get. But
everybody, anyways. 1, 2, 3 in chat, please type
hashtag
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Oxfather. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you guys for watching, and appreciate Lane for
Oh
jumping on
yeah,
tonight.
one thing, new Ghostbusters, June 20th is Charlie the Unicorn. I'm sure you guys will probably talk about that tomorrow too, making sure you're ready to rock and roll for that.
Yeah. Well, did they say the price yet? I didn't think they did.
No, but it's gonna be I think they said the 3-pack was something, and then the 4-pack.
I fucking that's so fucking stupid to me, honestly. Like, I think that's actually really fucked up to do Doctor 3-pack.
For a re-release.
I feel like that's. I don't want to be dramatic, but I feel like it's slightly veiled racism, and I know like in some Asian countries, like, you know, there's you know, that still is going on, and you know, I understand that.
For Winston.
Yeah, Winston joined.
Well, look at what happened.
Joined the team late, but he's still a fucking Ghostbuster, my guy. It's like, yeah. Doctor 3-pack seems really fucked up to me.
Yeah,
to be
well,
honest.
I mean, but why would you want a 3-pack of the Ghostbusters?
Well, you know exactly why, because there's people
well,
that would.
Yeah. But there are 4 Ghostbusters. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Who's been in all of the Ghostbusters movies, 1 through 4?
Yeah. There you go.
And who might be the one, maybe the nicest of the 4 actors.
Yeah. All right, guys. Love you.
Thank you, guys.
We'll catch you on the next episode.
Take care.